the third part of the show this evening. So we'll come to that and we'll get into Warren Gatland. So if you have any questions for the former Ospreys head coach, you can leave them on the Facebook page. Leave us a message. We'll get to that. And also Gordon's thoughts on who might take over from Gatland. But just a couple of bits and pieces just to tie up from the last week or so, Gordon. And one thing that we just wanted to mention and say congratulations to Sean Bowen, who rode his 1,000th winner this week. At the age of 27, last week, in fact, at Fakenham. But that's absolutely incredible, isn't it? And I don't know if you read the story that was reported as well, that he, as a child, was football obsessed and had an allergy to horses, which was incredible. But that's some achievement, isn't it?
That's absolutely superb, to be honest with you. I am well aware of the family. Peter Bowen, his brother Michael training there, and also his other brother James is also a jockey as well. But to ride 1,000 winners by the time you're 27, that's some achievement, isn't it? Let's be honest. Fantastic achievement. And dedication beyond. Having visited the stables in Little Newcastle a few years back, I was just astounded at how much preparation goes into not only keeping the horses fit and well, but it's just the schedule of races and the travelling these guys do as well. And they're on the go 7 days a week, Ben. And it's testament to the whole family that he's ridden his 1,000th winner. And congratulations to them all.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And Sean Bowen must rank on the list now, mustn't he, of the greatest Pembrokeshire sportsmen and women. He's got to be in the conversation because...
Well, he's definitely up there with that achievement, isn't he? That's an incredible achievement. And let's be honest, he's got a good few years left in the saddle yet, Ben. So he could get another 1,000 winners yet. Who knows? He could be like Lester Piggott, go on forever.
He absolutely could. So congratulations to Sean, and I'm sure that's someone we'll return to on the show because they're doing absolutely brilliant things in the world of horse racing. That's excellent stuff. Rugby from the weekend. We're going to talk, of course, Six Nations that returns this weekend with Wales playing Ireland, but locally with no Six Nations going on, Gordon, it meant our local sides actually took centre stage really, and with plenty of football being cancelled, the rugby games got the go ahead, didn't they?
That's always the benefit with rugby, and they're not like, I shouldn't say it, snowflake society. These boys mean business, they're not frightened of dipping their toes in a bit of the wet stuff and getting a bit muddy. So yeah, these games can go ahead and they can have a good go at each other, which a lot of sides have done at the weekend. Most of the Pembrokeshire sides, if you got the results in front of you, mate, had a good outing.
Yeah, they did actually. Yeah, they did. They did. The two to mention right at the top, though, both Narberth in the Premiership and Crimmock have had a difficult runs, haven't they?
Yeah.
Narberth were narrowly beaten, and we've said this a few times. The Otters have been.
They've improved a lot over the last few weeks, even though they've just missed out this time. They've shown a lot of character of Narberth. They're improving in that division. Hopefully, they can get a few more wins to keep them up. That would be great. But they have shown character, and that's great to see.
Yeah, they lost 28-24 away to Newbridge. Actually, for the second time this season against Newbridge, they've been close games because the home match, Narberth lost 36-30. So it was an even finer margin, actually, at the weekend. So, as you say, plenty of fight from the Otters. At Crimmock, they had a tricky afternoon in Division 1 West. They lost 37-0 at home to Tondu. And that's actually something Crimmock haven't had too many big defeats this season. Ironically, when they have, it's been against these opponents.
Yeah, Tondu are a useful outfit. They've got a very good pack of forwards and some tidy backs, and it's hard when you've got a decent outfit playing against. Crimmock have done well as well. To be fair, it's a big ask every week to play against teams of their calibre, but they can hopefully next week bounce back to a W away from home. I would imagine they are.
As we go through the divisions, there were some good wins, as you said, and Tenby seemed to have just recovered from a little blip, and only a mini blip, really, because they had such a good first half of the season. They beat Ponta de Lais 36-12. a really good performance, actually. Tenby ran in 6 tries. Liam Price picking up 3.
He had a hat-trick, didn't he?
And when Tenby play well, Gordon, they can beat any side in that division, can't they? As they've shown.
Yeah, well, they're at the top end of the table there and vying for promotion themselves. John Evans and his bunch of coaches, Ozzy Boswell and the group, have done a really good job at Tenby, and they're playing some decent rugby, which they like to do at Hayward Lane. So good luck to them in the business end of the season, as we spoke about. The football is culminating in a good finish as well.
It
also, say not in the same division, but Whitland had a bit of a tonking against Fishguard at Fishguard.
Yeah, they did, and there's a good match report on pembrokeshiresport.co.uk because that's the featured game.
Yeah.
And it was a big win, wasn't it, for Fishguard and Goodwick? 45-14. Fishguard will be delighted with that.
That's a handsome victory, to be fair. Poor Whitland have lost their way a little bit over the last couple of seasons. It happens in teams. It's happening with Wales in rugby. They've lost a few key players, and things change. So it's a rebuilding thing for the Borderers, I would imagine. They'll get it right at some point. But Fishguard take nothing away from them. The seagulls are flying, quite literally.
They absolutely are. Actually, in the Premier League in football, you can get booked if you celebrate like a seagull. Did you see that? Did you see that the other week down at Brighton? Who were they playing? I can't remember what. Someone got booked for doing a seagull impersonation celebration. And if you watch on video, I did try and do it then, but which is ridiculous.
You won't see that down at the Moor Ground, I can tell you that.
Certainly not. Division 3 West, Haverford winning at Amman United. That's a long journey.
That was an important win for Haverford. They've been on the wrong side of a few defeats, close defeats, and to go to Amman United and get a W, that's great. I know Jack Codd kicked a few points for him as well. It's good to see him doing well at fly half.
Yeah, indeed. Elsewhere, Cardigan 26, Kev Knifin 17. In Division 4 West A, Fraser was in St David's again, wasn't he? Watching.
Well, he doesn't get out of the city, does he? He doesn't get. He's either in Rome or he's in St David's. So he's a city slicker, isn't he?
Exactly. A week on from being in Rome, he was back in St David's. They were playing Crimmock's development side, but St David's made it 4 wins on the spin, actually. With a they did that,
and they're going well. They're going really well. St David's have improved a lot the last few years. They're playing some decent rugby as well. And I was told that Fraser went to the bar to get a pint, but he only had euros and they wouldn't accept it. So he was disappointed.
Yeah, as if he didn't realise as well. I'm sure. Not saying that Fraser's got a reputation for being tight, of course. Pembroke 42, Langham 21, Nayland 60, Llanybother 12, Narberth Athletic 39, and Newcastle Emlyn's development side 11 were the other results. And you can read all about those on pembrokeshiresport.co.uk. And how important is it, Gordon, for our local sides when the Six Nations has a break? It does give them the chance, doesn't it, to take centre stage midway through that competition and get decent people watching, get good crowds, that type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Nayland are vying for the title. That's a big win against Llanybother as well, and they beat Nayland and Athletic the other week as well, which would have been a top game. They're going well. So yes, as you said, people like to get out and watch a bit of local sport around the county, and with none of the Six Nations on last Saturday, it was the perfect time to go out and go and watch your local team and support them, because they need support. Every club in the county needs support.
Yeah, absolutely right. And I tell you what, Gordon, we will take a moment on the second part of Pure West Sport, and we will be back and we'll be having a chat to Sean Holly, and we're going to get into where next for Wales. Matt Sherratt, of course, took charge of training for the first time today, having managed the Cardiff Blues on Saturday, having done the press conference when he was announced in his Cardiff Blues kit. That was how quickly things moved last week with Warren Gatlin losing his position. We'll talk to Sean and get your views as well, Gordon, in part 3 of Pure West Sport. And we'll be back on DAB, digital radio, this Monday evening. Next.